Sahil, hi, welcome to Restaurant India 2017. So to begin with, how do you think technology has become important in F&B industry?
So I think technology is like really important in the restaurant industry because today if you look at it, like we restaurateurs are not capturing the data of consumers who are actually walking through their doors, right? And they spend a lot of money and kind of reaching out to consumers through various marketing channels like a print ad, radio ad, hoardings, which is not actually ROI effective, right? They have so what we help them build is technology where they can capture each and every customer walking into the restaurant and use the data as a CRM management tool to do automated campaigns to reach out to the customers based on the fact that when they have dined last with them, how much money they spend. They can build loyalty programs on top of that. So let's say it's a large chain like a social or a beer cafe, right? They will know exactly that the customer has dined with them 4 times, and if they're coming in for the 5th time, how can they personalize the experience for the customer today? So today the restaurant has no technology to actually personalize that experience. We're working on various technologies to help personalize the experience for the customer inside restaurants, making restauranters' life easy, right? So we're innovating on products like in-restaurant ordering, self-ordering, which will improve the efficiency of the waiters inside restaurant, help the restaurant turn around more tables and helps generate more revenue, right? So stuff like that, right? There are multiple things, that restaurateurs usually miss out if they're not comfortable with technology. A simple thing is like feedback, right? Today it's taken on pen and paper, that data gets lost and it's in the dustbin, right? We help them take digital feedbacks which can actually be acted upon, monitored and be solved in real time inside the restaurant, right? So we've got multiple solutions which restaurants should be looking at in order to improve the operations as well as getting customers back into the restaurants.
When you're depending so much on technology, what are the challenges that you see? See, we see smartphone penetration everywhere, but smartphone again, it's limited.
The challenge in technology inside restaurant is that the staff is not trained enough, right? So the biggest challenge is there are 15 waiters, one hostess, one chef. How do you train all of them on different technologies? And they don't really want to learn that because their focus is on hospitality. So how do you bridge that gap between hospitality and technology? One is obviously you need to train them, make them understand the importance of technology. The other is to make it as easy and simple to use so that it's not a hindrance for them, right? So today everyone is comfortable using apps. So if you can kind of build on that and kind of make it as easy to use, I don't think it's a big challenge. It can be overcome in the next year, a couple of years.
Also, in the F&B industry, I think another challenge is retaining your staff, and it may be the delivery guys or it may be the staff in the hotels. Retaining is one challenge. How do
It comes back to data and analytics, right? If you know that which are the important staff, how can you build a reward and recognition program for your staff, right? Based on data. Otherwise, it's like shooting in the dark. You don't know who's really performing, who's not performing, right? So if you've got the right reports built in, the right data, you can actually look at it and incentivize your staff in a certain way so that they don't leave you and you can retain them, right? So I think it's all around data and technology that restaurants need to start thinking.
It's been 1 year of GST. How has GST impacted? We have had some revisions of tax slabs. So how is that affecting the...
I think it has kind of affected the overall F&B industry in a negative way for sure, but I think the restaurateurs are adjusting to it, right? The biggest challenge has been now that the input tax has been taken away, which has hit their bottom line, and they're being forced to kind of increase their prices, which is not what the government wanted ideally, but I think that's happening. I think in the next few months we'll see some collaboration between the government and the industry bigwigs to figure out the best solution so that we can stabilize things. But I think overall, obviously GST from a overall perspective is a good thing for the country. Just need to figure out the best mechanism for the F&B industry so that it doesn't hit the restaurant's bottom line and or doesn't increase the prices for the consumer. So I think in the next few months that will get...
Has it affected the food delivery business in any way?
It would, right? I mean, either it'll affect the restaurant in terms of the bottom line, or if they're increasing prices, it'll affect the volumes, it'll go down. So either ways, there will be an impact either on the consumer side or on the restaurant side, and I think that will take some time to stabilize.
So anything particularly that Dineout is trying to improve, in terms of making the experience more personalized? Any new plans or any new ventures that you
mentioned, right? Like the 2 new solutions we've come out with, which is in-restaurant ordering. So imagine you're on the table, you don't really need a physical menu. You can order from your mobile. So if you've ordered one beer, for the second beer you don't need to wait for the waiter to come in and then order the next drink, and you can just immediately order, and that efficiency goes up and you can seat more tables or generate more revenues, right? Same for a ordering restaurant where there's a queue usually for the counter. You can do self-ordering and automate the payments, and again make the experience more seamless and more efficient for the restaurant, right? So those are the kind of things we're kind of working on.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sahil.